So, Fatman.
So Sleazy.
First of all, fuck Dave Meltzer. I agree.
Oh yeah, definitely. We got
like all these fucking marks talking about all the ridiculous shit that's going on in the background. Like unlike the wrestling journalists that we are,
who?
Because we give stories like this. Guess who's back in GCW? My daughter.
Cool.
Oh yeah, there was a pay-per-view from WWE too.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that too on the wrestling show. Welcome everyone. This is Sleazy.
This is the Fat Man.
No. Oh, can't do that one.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Welcome everyone to another wonderful episode. Today we have, oh my goodness, the only gold medalist in wrestling show history, the billiard tiebreaker loser, Grand Puma, Father Heavy, Julius Beefcake, the Third Esquire, DMG.
How are you, gentlemen? We're going to talk some. Yeah, well, I use that term loosely. Let's talk. We're ready to talk AAA.
AAA? Who
Triple
talks
H?
about AAA?
Talking about Triple H?
Triple H, yeah.
You're gonna see
Yeah, I am the game.
So
I am the game.
So we're gonna buy time because Ryan's is 20 minutes late Canadian time, 15 minutes American.
It's about 12 and a half minutes.
12 and a half.
American.
Yeah, that's the other way around. Yeah.
So we're going to try to buy some time as much as we can, and then we're going to go straight into Money in the Bank. Well, let's talk about news and rumors first.
Yeah.
I mean, you talked about it. Your daughter finally did a DNA test to prove that you are her real father.
It is true.
That's the only thing significant she did in Atlantic City.
Right? So GCW, she had her first death match in a long time.
And then probably retired from that death match.
Right? Well, she faced Tremont. So, I mean, it was Tremont and Jimmy Lloyd in a three-way, which was really
that was okay because it was in a three-way.
It's not gay if it was a three-way.
It's a three-way. That's right.
With a honey in the middle, it's like a me-way.
No.
It's all kind of gray, I think.
Well,
totally fucked up those lyrics.
I can't remember the rest of it. It's been a while since
the honey in the middle. There's some leeway.
Thank you. I don't remember. So yeah, she did Saturday. She's doing 8 more dates with GCW, including coming back to Atlantic City on the 22nd. Excuse me, the 24th. She's doing one of the Richfield shows in SummerSlam weekend. So that's pretty cool. I'm just glad to see her working more than anything. She's got to bring home money if she's going to live under this roof.
But yeah, she's a good say. Speaking about money, she did say that she made more in 2 days working for GCW than she did in a week in WWE, and she got slammed for that. Sorry for the different colors. I have NXT in front of me, but I believe her because one, she wasn't really a top star, so she wasn't making she's probably making good money with WWE. She probably wasn't making great top star money. She probably made a shit ton on merch, probably way more on merch in GCW than she probably did in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, relatively speaking, in a week.
Are we talking? Now, you say your daughter. You're talking
Shotzi Blackheart.
Shotzi Blackheart.
Yeah.
So
I probably should have clarified that a little bit. Yeah, it's Shotzi Blackheart.
Yes. So
And for those who don't know the story, her parents are Filipino and Polish, and my wife's
He's
Filipino
Polish,
I'm
and
Polish.
he's.
Yeah.
So
I thought you were talking about Tegan Knox at first because she knocked about
No.
getting bookings either. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
no.
Continue.
And so she got backlash for saying that. I'm like, oh, those are just sour grapes, blah blah. You couldn't handle it. I believe her. Like,
Mhm.
there's no reason why she would say that. No, I think somebody. Oh, here. Okay, I'll find it. I'll find it because it was somebody on fucking Instagram said something stupid.
Shocker.
No.
I'll find it.
No, right?
All right here,
No.
right here. She went from making great money to trying to kill herself for some change, and then she made more money in 2 days than what WWE paid me for a week.
So let's say, okay, we're gonna. I hate to pull back the curtain here, so this is kind of terrible. But there's two very big things that happened this weekend. First of all, she did death matches. Death matches historically, the promoter will give more money for them,
Especially
because-
Brett.
Especially Brett.
Especially Brett.
Let's say, for the sake of argument, she was making $150,000 a year with WWE. That's not unreasonable. Main roster talent. Downside would be because she wasn't working anything else. She only would have been her downside.
Yeah. 150,000. I actually may say is a little on the low end, but
Might be, but okay, 200K. 200K.
still, just for sake of argument, I still think that's super low. But just say 200K math wise.
I wouldn't go that much higher because it's still female talent, and they don't pay female talent as much as they do male talent.
Okay.
And one of the top talents of WWE is like Becky Lynch, and she was only making like 1.5, I think, before she resigned. So that, to give you a kind of an idea, but 200,000 means she's making $4K a week.
Yeah.
Okay, $4,000 on 2 nights of shows with merch. That's easily done.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Especially when they're death matches.
Yep.
Especially when she's probably giving long term as well, because once again, 8 dates in the future in different promotions. Absolutely. So I absolutely believe her. It's not that much of a stretch to say that she's making more in GCW. Will that always be the case? Maybe, maybe not.
No.
I think she's enough of a draw that she could command that rate pretty much anywhere, though.
I agree with that. To be honest, I wasn't really a big fan of hers in WWE because she was kind of, I hate to say it, she's kind of out of her element, which was really weird to say because she was kind of killing it on the indies, and then she went to WWE and kind of like got stuck in this. I hate to say this, generic wrestler number 7, and
they didn't know what to do with her.
No, they didn't.
It was just a gimmick, I guess.
Yeah.
To me, it's like, I mean, look at all the indie stars that to me that they've had that have been amazing on the indies, that they absolutely just killed. I mean, we're talking about Shotzi, but the ones that I could think of, Ricochet.
I don't think they killed Ricochet. I don't know. They did not kill Ricochet.
The one that I think that they did, he was one of my favorites on the indies, was Sami Callihan.
Oh yeah, okay. That's a better example than Ricochet.
Yeah, that's a really good example.
Yeah.
I mean,
Solemn Crow.
Oh my
Jesus
gosh. Yeah.
Christ.
I mean, he's still doing great work now, but it's like, boy, when he was younger and I hate to say lighter, but he was so good.
Yeah.
And they just, I mean, look at MJF's another one that they didn't do anything with.
You know, another one?
They didn't really have an opportunity or anything with MJF.
True.
Colt Cabana.
And yes, as Scotty Goldman and all, Colin Delaney.
Mm-hmm. Even his return, they didn't do anything with him.
No.
Yeah. I mean,
there's a lot of guys that I feel like that they just don't understand some of the appeal for some of these guys, so they don't know how to extract the most value out of that. And because Vince is Vince. You know, he's got the master plan in place, and sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. But that's Vince's vision.
Right.
Sometimes you take off like a fucking rocket. Sometimes you become the face of America, Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know, sometimes you become, and sometimes you grow out of that and still make a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes that's how WWE works. Sometimes you fall into one of the best gimmicks of all time with the Legend Killer. You know, so it is what it is, but you know.
Best gimmick, I thought you were going to say Eugene.
I met Eugene in a bathroom.
Tried to hold his dick.
I'm
did.
sure he did.
I did.
I just tried to play one on TV.
I also met. Yeah, so we come back from a house show, and we're stopped at a rest area, and I walk to the bathroom. I'm peeing, and I go to wash my hands. I look over. I'm all like,
"Shit, it's Nick Dimsor."
"Are you Eugene?" And literally, he said it just like this. No, I just play him on TV.
What a fucking mark.
Saint,
I'm talking about him, not you.
yeah, and then Tim White. I met Tim White, not in the bathroom, but he was like standing outside smoking a cigarette.
Yeah,
Sounds
the
about
only
right.
the only wrestlers I really met, I met him we were at a bar up by our place, and they just had a show in Wilkes-Barre, and we're standing at the bar, and the ladies were dancing, and next to me comes in was Rey Mysterio, Chuck Palumbo. I can't remember who the third, but I remember it was Mysterio and Palumbo, and they were doing. There was a bridal party on the other side of the bar, and they were doing BJ shots, and the bride was the best one out of them. Ray looked at me and goes, "Boy, that guy's lucky." But it was just so nice just to meet him outside, and we saw Cena. But like I got to stand like right, and I got them to sign a napkin for me and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool.
That's wrong. I know you've met wrestlers when we went to the amazing BCW show.
I didn't really meet them. We just saw them. I wasn't talking to any of them or anything.
Oh,
You
Did
were.
we go in there beforehand?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went in there beforehand.
I just saw him. I wasn't talking to him, but
That can't be right because we were in there before the show started because I was shooting the shit with all the upstate guys.
Yeah,
you were
with Count. Yeah, you and I did. I went to go talk to Too Cold about his time in 2CW. I really don't think he did. No, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because a lot of those guys were either locals or like ECW legends that were like hobbling around.
I mean, like
so WWE
yeah
has interest in Mike Santana.
Not a shock.
No. I'm trying to fly through here. There's another one on here. Jeremy Borash was the one who did all the production backstage for Worlds Collide.
That makes sense. Wasn't he part of Lucha Underground too? Wasn't he doing some of the stuff there at the time? Or was he still in TNA at that point?
You're talking to the wrong person about Lucha Underground.
You're right. Let me look it up. But Borash is just great at what he does. No, he was still doing TNA at that point.
Okay. We'll get to R-Truth here in a little bit, but on the heels of the announcement of R-Truth leaving WWE, spoiler, he did not. The Miz made waves last week. He reported he moved all mentions of WWE on his X bio. In a new video he released on Instagram, he states that everything has been written about the situation online is false, and there's been no change in his status with WWE, nor has he made any changes to any of his online social media profiles. He reiterated that his standing with WWE is strong.
Yeah, he cross-posted on TikTok. That's the only reason I saw it.
Yeah.
It's a nothing burger. There was a lot of nothing burgers that came out of that.
Well, let's talk about R-Truth then.
Yeah, let's talk about R-Truth.
Well, before we do that, let's talk about WWE confirming Vegas again for WrestleMania.
Oh boy, yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so we got confirmation over Money in the Bank that it's happening again, right around the same time frame.
Same
right?
weekend.
Same fucking weekend.
It's not Easter weekend. Easter weekend's going to be the first weekend in April. But
I can tell you which weekend it is. It's fucking Groundhog Day. That's what fucking weekend it is.
No, it's not. Groundhog Day's in February. And it's on a week. Well, sometimes it's a weekend.
1 year out of 7, I think. But, yes, I hate it. I fucking hate it. I think it's stupid.
I find it kind of funny, and it's actually not funny. It's actually a good business strategy that the two cities to host WrestleMania back to back are two major casino cities,
right?
Where they can bring in casino buys to fill that place up.
Yeah, and that's why I hate it.
It's smart business, to be honest. But as much as I hate the city of New Orleans, and I've said this multiple times, but they kind of did New Orleans dirty. Like, it's going to be in New Orleans. And then they're all like, no, you'll get Money in the Bank next year and a future WrestleMania down the line when we see fit. But that's your concession for us moving it back to Vegas because TKO likes Vegas. That's what that is.
There's never here.
But you'd think with the TKO being part of that, you think that a majority of the stuff now is going to be held in Vegas because like the boxing MMA thing, like that's like one of the major draws.
I
is
get
going
it.
to Vegas.
I honestly think that they probably saw the casino buys for that weekend and went, "Oh,
yeah."
That's what I think. Like, I don't think it had anything to do with. It's obviously a business because they're in it to make money 100%, and I'm not going to fault them for that. But they probably saw the amount of money that they made from sponsorships in the city of Vegas, and I guarantee you, Vegas 100% paid for that because they're not just going to bring it back to Vegas without being compensated. Like, so they probably got more money just for bringing it back to Vegas. The money for sponsorships are going to be huge. The casino buys are probably going to be, I want to say double, but probably 25% more. Like we already know what fucking tickets look like for SummerSlam, and imagine what tickets are going to be like for WrestleMania next year in Vegas.
Mm-hmm. They're going to be probably 15% higher than they were this year.
Yeah. So if they have only 50,000 people there, they're still going to make bank. They're going to be they'll make more money than they did this year, 100%.
I will say this, and maybe you guys, maybe you're aware of this, maybe you're not. Have you noticed that as a general rule, the younger generations of us don't gamble as much? Vegas as a whole has been a lot more focused on entertainment venues than they have been about gambling. And they're just ripping people off left and right when it comes to that. I'm trying to quickly, because the person...
Didn't you say something about resort fees now for Vegas is like illegal now or something like that?
Yes. Well, it's not illegal. They can't hide it.
Okay.
So when you go online and actually try and purchase a hotel room, they have to put the $45 or $50 actual resort fee and the tax on the resort fee and the tax on the room all as a out the door payment. So this was based off of when was this? This was January to February. So February to March, March to April, April to May. Okay. So when they came in, there were 6.3 million visitors to Vegas during the time where WrestleMania was there, which is a nearly 7% decrease over year.
Decrease.
The average gaming revenue at that point was $1.5 billion, which is a 2.9% increase over the same time last year. And downtown revenue was 1.56 million, which is 3.5 decrease from last year. So they got a little bit of bump, but the average attendance was down
for the city of Vegas.
for the city of Vegas itself during that month.
So also, do you want to take into account that that was also Easter weekend?
These
And
are
Vegas-
monthly.
Okay.
Those are monthly numbers.
Because, well, again, because doesn't Vegas normally dip Easter?
Yeah, but those numbers are like in the percentages from the same time last year.
Okay.
So the main difference is WrestleMania was this year versus WrestleMania wasn't there last year. Does that make sense?
Fewer people went to the city, but gaming revenue went up.
Yeah, and that could be a multitude of different things. It could have been WrestleMania, part of it. There also been, frankly speaking, jamming more in terms of slots and whatnot. Yeah, it's not great. I'll just say that. Oh, those numbers are care of Jacob's Life in Vegas, very well-known YouTube channel that covers Las Vegas news, rumors, and whatnot. He's a really great content creator, and his channel's really great. Go ahead and subscribe to him. You want?
So I'm watching NXT right now. It says first ever 2-night SummerSlam single day tickets on sale June 18th, pre-sale single day, because you can buy tickets now.
Yeah, you can buy the package now.
The 2-day events, but you can't buy the. I wanted to.
Are we going to talk about our truth? Or are we just going to just?
Yeah. Go talk about. Sorry.
Fuck our truth.
Go talk about our truth. There is something I want to find. And then
that was something too. Sergeant Slaughter claimed that he was the only worker that went to Iron Sheik's funeral.
Yeah.
That's fucking bullshit, dude.
That's
Slaughter.
Slaughter was the only one. Yeah.
Yeah, Slaughter claims he was the only worker that went. There are other people that went, but he was the only worker that went.
But yeah, our truth coming back, I thought, was great. The whole thing that he was gone and everything else. I think Triple H said it best in the post show when he was asked a question about our truth, and bringing it back, he goes, "You liked the part of the show, didn't you?" So, I'm interested in the Dreads going and him becoming Ron Killings. I'm more of the fact that, are we going to get TNA Ron Killings with the attitude, or is this just going to be a new genre of? I'd love to see where he's going to go with this.
He sat on Chris Van Vliet's podcast and said he wanted to become a heel again one more time in his career, because there's a lot of people that only know him as a comedic wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense if that's where they're going to go with it. I'm okay with no matter what happens. I'm glad he's back. I'm going to throw this out there. Was it all a work?
I think it was. I think it was because of the character change. If you'd have came back as R-Truth, I'd have said okay. Like the whole, funny, haha, comedic thing, like you were saying. I think that it was, R-Truth, technically, if you want to think about it, R-Truth is no longer there. It's now Ron Killings.
Okay.
If you want to look at it, that's probably looking way, way, way too much on the microscope. But if you want to technically say that R-Truth's not there anymore, you get Ron Killings.
It's interesting.
The rumor was that he wanted to become Ron Killings in case he gets let go again, he can have Ron Killings get built up on WWE television. So then when he goes to the indies or whatnot, he doesn't have to, he can just be Ron Killings. At first, I thought this was not a work. I'm like, he's gone. But the more I think about it, the more I do think it is a work. Part of the reasons Heavy G said, part of the reasons it's also, it happened so fast. Like, there was one TV show, We Want Truth, and he's back. If this was a month or two and then he showed up, kind of like the Matt Hardy thing in 05, I've been like, oh, okay, the fans really had, was like, yeah, we want truth. But a week? No. It just too fast. It's too fast, I think.
I will say this. Well, I'll say this because literally everyone, this is the first time I've seen this in a long time, but every single major news outlet, I don't almost want to say independently of each other, said that no, R-Truth was gone. He was legitimately gone. They did not renew his contract.
So I will also say, not renewing his contract and his contract expiring are two different things. He still had time on his contract. Who knows if he even did renew his contract?
That's also true. I dare say that he could still be working per dates.
Yeah.
They're literally doing that with Braun Strowman. I mean, they're doing short-term runs. Maybe that's what they're going to plan on doing with him. That's fine. Whatever. Because if you're trying to balance the sheets and you've got Ron getting paid $600,000 a year or $800,000 a year or $2 million a year, you need to cut fat, but you don't want to lose him. That's how you do it.
Right.
I will. Fatman and I talked about this a couple of times over the past few days in general. I'm like 70-30 on the fact that actually it wasn't a work. And the reason
is weird coming from you.
Yeah, because what was the first thing out of my mouth when the news dropped that you got
It's a work, bro.
Exactly. That was my first thing. But you could legitimately say his contract wasn't renewed and then immediately renew it. I mean, it's like at the time it might have been true that he didn't renew his contract.
Right.
But then they went, oh shit, well, I guess they really do like him. It got out. Well, let's renew it. I can't give you as much money as you used to have, but I'll get you back on the show. And that could very well have been the whole truth. So,
I see what you did there.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what if I'm looking at it from a legit perspective, that's what I think probably happened. But I wouldn't put it past them to work all this. It's unfortunately they didn't tell Carlito that.
Yeah.
Because fuck you, Carlito.
Well,
that's not cool, bro.
Also, to be fair, were anyone chatting, we want Carlito?
No.
So.
But isn't Carlito a champion in another?
I don't fucking know.
So, funny story about that. Apparently, he won the it's his father's old promotion.
In Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
Yes.
So he became the champion there. The next phone call he got was, we're not renewing your contract, bro. So he didn't even know at the time when he won the title, which is hilarious because that is an ID promotion.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, but I'm thinking the whole thing with like I'm more of a 50-50 that it was a work because they like to do, like I said, the nuances with, oh, hey, did you see that in the background? Did you see that? When they say R-Truth got let go, but then Ron Killings is coming back. I could see the nuance there. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens with him.
Me too.
Where he goes.
I think you're going to see him bounce around in a couple places. Here's going to be one. I guarantee you he makes a TNA appearance now.
Oh, probably.
Oh yeah.
So it's interesting because of what happened on Raw, where it's like Money in the Bank. We'll get to it. We're getting to our Money in the Bank review, so we're just doing this show ass backwards because we feel like it.
Right.
But he comes out, hits Cena with the title, Rhodes pins him, but yet they announce for Night of Champions it's Cena versus Punk.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I love that. That is hilarious on so many fucking different levels. Like, it's the ultimate fuck you to CM Punk. You want the title, you got to come to Saudi, the one place where I know you're going to have a problem going to. From kayfabe standpoint, that still works. But from a shoot standpoint, it just proves how much money they're giving talent, that they're giving it to CM Punk so he'll go to fucking Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
Wow. Wow.
And then I see online, oh, they should have saved that for SummerSlam. That's stupid. Blah, blah. Doesn't matter.
They should have saved it for the show that was going to garner more money for them.
So you think, okay, and let's have a discussion here. You don't think that the Saudi government doesn't have some influence on who they want to face at their fucking show that they're paying WWE $50 million for? Of fucking course they do.
I'm going to take that a step further. Is they didn't need to request it.
No.
Oh, you're giving us $50 million? We'll give you the best match we've got.
Mm-hmm.
Cena Punk. Because
now they're doing that. They weren't doing that before.
They weren't, but they also didn't get WrestleMania this year. Because there was a suggestion at one point before they confirmed it that Riyadh had made a bid for it.
Yeah, and I also think WWE is going to be all like,
if they did,
we gave you the Rumble. We gave you we're giving you the Rumble. WrestleMania has to be like
in Vegas, bro.
Well, not Vegas, but like
it does, because that's where it's gonna be.
As in like U.S., like not Riyadh, not where they're gonna get so much political backlash for having their biggest show, where fans, quite frankly, aren't gonna show up for.
They do a good job filling that arena. I will admit that.
International fans aren't going to go to Saudi Arabia.
I wouldn't be so sure. Not in that area. Okay. Let's see how politically I can tap dance here. Traditional international fans won't go there.
Okay.
There are a whole slew of fans that wouldn't normally get a show anywhere near there, but would definitely be able to go to Dubai, Riyadh, Jeddah, those types of places.
Right.
I think they would have a fine time making enough money there.
My question, like I said, would be if Riyadh did make a bid, I'm sure it was a hell of a lot more than what Vegas could have bid for it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, 100%.
But to Fatman's point, you're running a city back 3 months later?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That not even 3 months, because they've been pushing the Rumble later on in the year. Like when is it this coming year? Isn't it like February?
I'll look it up.
Is it the greatest Royal Rumble or something like that again?
No, the actual Royal.
The actual Royal Rumble is going to be in Saudi Arabia,
like in January.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's been confirmed. Yeah.
Yes, they announced it already. They announced it during the Royal Rumble broadcast.
Yeah. I just hope it's in North America for 2027. Because I really, really, really want to go.
It just says, they haven't confirmed the date, it just says January 2026.
Oh, okay. So they have walked it back then. Because last year it was February something.
Well, I think it was February 1st.
It was like, it's first or second or something.
Yeah, because it was, All right. So speaking of like a show. They're doing the King and Queen of the Ring again, which I like. Winner gets title shot at SummerSlam, which I like. They announced the brackets. Sleazy, have you had an opportunity to see these brackets?
I have not, but I know that the first round matches were fatal four ways, which I
Right.
thought was unique and amazing, and I loved it.
They're basically qualifying matches.
Yeah.
So the bracket for the men's is they have. Okay.
Can you show it on the screen, or?
Oh yeah, I can do that actually.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Show me how to share the screen again.
It's down at the bottom.
Sorry, I have my
under
camera in
share,
the way.
Where it says share.
and then click screen.
Yes, I accept. Let's do that one and share. Boom. So there it is.
Beautiful. Look at that.
So that's the men's.
Okay.
So you have Zayn, Penta, Breaker, Mysterio, Orton,
Okay.
Knight, Black Haze, Rhodes, Priest, Andrade, Nakamura,
Because they need to find 16 people.
Sheamus, Rusev Day, Bronson Reed, and a mystery opponent.
I think that mystery opponent is going to be Ron Kelly.
Yeah, it's Raw. It's a Raw person. So, well,
But-
wait a second. Didn't they do both of them last night? Or
No,
did
they
just
only
do
did
one?
they only did one, and spoilers, Sami Zayn won that.
and here's the women's.
Oh, you'll
Here-
have to share
here-
the separate thing.
Here would be
Oh,
an interesting
bad.
person for that mystery one. What about Killer Cross? What about Killer
Karrion
Cross? Karrion Cross.
He's a killer now. We can't push.
Killer kill.
You can't make him go.
Why aren't
Who-
they doing
Killer
anything
Kill.
with him?
Okay. So there's the women's. Rhea
Okay.
Kyrie, Liv Roxy, Cargill Mishin, Nevin Jax. That's a hoss woman. Flair and Bliss. Green.
Whoa! Wait a second here.
Hold on, I'm getting there. Green versus Candice LeRae. Asuka takes a first round L against Stephanie Vicaire.
Well, I mean, that's
But
she's the queen of
Asuka,
putting people over.
and
So-
then
Rodriguez and,
versus
So those were all the fatal four ways, though, right?
right.
So
yes, those are the fatal four ways. Yes.
okay, so wait a second here. Forgive me. I don't watch the product. I haven't been watching Raw for a little while now. Who won last night?
Zayn.
Sami Zayn won the men's. Didn't
This was on X before the
Okay.
Raw. So before Raw.
So we know one of four of each.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Zayn, Zayn won the men's, and I don't remember who won the women's.
I'm looking that up.
Okay.
Right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I like
Zayn-
it.
Yeah.
Roxanne
Roxy.
Perez.
Roxy, that's right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm all for this. I love the fact that the tournament has stakes now. I love the fact that it's I hate to say this, but it feels like a real tournament again. You know what I mean? Having the stakes, having the title match at SummerSlam, it makes it feel real to me, damn it. I also believe that it also creates a lot of cool TV matches that we wouldn't normally see.
Yeah.
Will we ever see it be a one night tournament like it was before?
One night tournament? No.
I don't think so.
To be honest, those things sucked. Like, so the best King of the Ring, in my opinion, because I'm biased, was 93, and that was just an 8-man tournament. Every match got a decent amount of time, but if you're doing 16 men in one night, those suck.
Well, how many were there when they did it? Was there 16 when they did it at in Atlantic City?
Yeah, for WrestleMania 4.
Right.
14.
For the title.
14 men. Yep.
Oh, yeah, it was 14.
Yeah, because
they got
Hogan and Giant got a bye, right?
Yep.
Yeah. because
Yeah.
The one
fucking
other thing.
Andrei Rusumov politicking in the back.
Yep. So
Son of a
Mariah
bitch.
May is just called the Glamour.
That's fine.
Um,
That's her old gimmick, technically. I mean,
Yeah.
I just here's my concern with her being there is once again I don't know if they know what to do with her. So,
Oh, Brooke Monroe. They just revealed what her name would be. Brooke Monroe.
okay, so Marilyn Monroe and Brooke
Hogan.
Hogan. There we go.
Anyway, so
So she's gonna be dating R-Truth in a few.
Oh,
the other big thing that came out of Raw last night
Brock
was
Lesnar?
we have a new World's Heavyweight Champion.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Walter.
And then I read, they ruined Jey Uso. His title reign was trash. I think they backed themselves in the corner. I think they had to give him the world title at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
And then because you're not going to have him lose at Gunther for like the third straight time.
Right.
So I think they had to have him win. And then they're just like, well, I mean, we got a Saturday night's main event out of him. We got the Money in the Bank match. That's put the title back on Gunther.
Wait a second. So I need to look this up because I am
It's like 2 months. It's like 2 month and a half actually. What was it?
So he literally had one successful defense?
I think
it's
maybe two.
What was the second one?
I think it was against
Rollins.
Hold on.
He didn't Rollins challenge him well, I know the thing that Heyman came out and he said, he goes, if he wants a shot at the title, it can be right now.
Cage match.
One word.
Right. It's more like one word, 5 letters. Loser.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think it's wrong because I think he defended it against Rollins on a Raw.
Mm-hmm. Like what?
Why is there no page found for Jey Uso?
He's
out.
Go. He's being let go. They're not renewing his
Oh, there it is. Hold on.
He's out, boys. He's out. They kept the better Uso in Jimmy. No? Okay.
Well, it's weird because did you see the aftermath of the show that he did a promo with his son in the ring?
During Money in the Bank?
No, after Raw on Monday.
2. Actually, he lost that match against Seth Rollins by disqualification.
By DQ, but it was still a defense.
But he lost the match. So therefore, he's only had one successful title match.
Well, really?
What a fucking loser.
But hold it. If he kept the belt, it's successful.
But it's not. He lost the match.
It's a successful keeping of the belt.
But it wasn't a successful win.
Yeah, he didn't successful defend the title.
No.
It's a technicality, I admit, but
yeah,
he defended it more than Roman Reigns did in a 3-month period.
He's only had 5 matches as the world champion,
and 2 of which weren't even for.
Lost the title match by DQ, beat Braun Breaker, beat Logan Paul, but actually those were the only singles matches. The 2 he had him and Sami Zayn defeated Breaker, Bronson Reed by DQ, and then the Money in the Bank.
Wow!
Did they not want to put the golden eggs in the Jey Uso basket?
Like I said, I think they backed themselves in the corner. They didn't want Cena to win the Royal Rumble, and honestly, I think Cena wanted to put Jey over. So Jey was getting huge crowd reactions, but they're all like, "Shit, we don't if he loses to Gunther, what do we do? So feel good moment at WrestleMania, has a month and a half run
as world champion, so
as
he
world
can claim he's
champion.
always been champion.
He's been a world champion, and then he loses it back to Gunther.
See, I've always hated.
We're 50 minutes in and we haven't even talked about Money in the Bank.
Right? Let's get it on and figure this out.
But finish your thought, Heavy G.
I mean, yeah, this might be the old codger in me, but to me, it didn't like they gave him a shot.
They did, though.
A month and a half, really? And with what, and like you just said, he had 5 matches as world champion and 2 were tags. I mean, to me, that's not a run.
Well, here's the thing.
Well done, sir.
He won the World's Heavyweight Championship at a WrestleMania. What?
Okay, that's one match. Where's the run?
It doesn't matter. It does not matter.
The only person that probably had a more insignificant title run with the World Championship would probably be Ronnie Garvin. Because Ric Flair wanted a month off or 2. I mean,
with today's social media,
first of all, how dare you beseech the name of rubbish Ronnie Garvin?
Rubbish. You fuck. You fat bastard, you.
Anyway, but you can't say they didn't give him a run because his run was from the Royal. His run was basically from 2020 till now.
That's true.
It took him, 4.5 years of main event Jey Uso to main event? So
yeah, he did a great job main eventing WrestleMania.
Opened up the show. So he still won a world title at a He won the Royal Rumble, and he won the world title at WrestleMania. That's his run. I mean,
you're not wrong, and I sympathize with anybody who thinks that this is a short run for him. This is not his only run, though.
Yeah,
like there's. I wouldn't be surprised if the Usos go after New Day, and this would be the way to do it.
Yeah, I thought that it would be a way to. Boy, that would be
It'd be a complete alignment change. Usually, the Usos were heels throughout the vast majority. So to have New Day walk in as heels against arguably their greatest rivals at Night of Champions, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't think the Night Champions thing is gonna. Or Jey Uso's the mystery opponent.
It's possible too. I mean, there's a couple of different ways you could play this out. Yeah. And I don't think his run is over per se. I just think this part of it's just done. And I think there's a better story to be told with Jay chasing too. Anyway,
like even in the tag match, like they were saying, which looking back on it, he's had a match a week, so it doesn't really matter. But like you're like, he's been working a lot as the world champion, and he's just worn down. So
match 5.
So looking back on it, going on a cage match, it's like, well. And then you have Stephanie Vicaire, who wrestled 3 matches in 24 hours.
Right.
Okay, let's get into Money in the Bank. Opens up with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Alexa.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I've been able to do that for a long time, so shut up.
50 minutes into this goddamn show.
Julia versus I'm on spelled backwards versus Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley.
Nope. Versus Roxanne Perez versus Stephanie Vicaire.
How dare you yuck somebody's yum?
bids. 25 minutes and 15 seconds. Kent gave this 4.25 stars. Sleazy, you're the women's wrestling enthusiast.
Should I just get in on it now? I'll get in on it now because it does happen. 7-Eleven, Cricket, Slim Jim, Riyadh, Elden Ring Night Rain, Wheatley Alcohol, that was on the barricade. Cash App on the motherfucking briefcase. You motherfuckers. I praise you fucks by going, okay, 1, maybe 2 items on the ring. It looks pretty tasteful. That's fine. You fucking assholes. You make me look like a fucking goddamn piece of shit by letting you guys have this. Fuck off. You fucking idiots. You pieces of shit. I hope you all step on Legos in the marketing department / the fucking sponsorship area. Slim Jim tables. I hope he snaps into that Slim Jim table. Cole, fuck you.
Okay, well, one.
The match was great. So,
time out.
You forget about
Putting Cash App on the Money in the Bank briefcase is
Brilliant.
fucking brilliant.
It's brilliant.
Brilliant.
I hate it. And there's never going to be a moment where I don't hate it. Why aren't we fucking doing WWE Championship by Jared Jewelers? Why the fuck not?
They haven't paid for the sponsorship yet.
Yeah.
That's
Somebody
why.
call Jared. I hate Steven Singer. In the bag.
You don't call Jared. You went to Jared.
So, I thought that was brilliant.
I thought it was too.
From a marketing standpoint, I get why they do
that. I
hate
liked the fireball ladder.
Holy
that was stupid.
I hated. The men's one.
I hated.
So bad. I have a screenshot somewhere. I hope I saved it. Maybe I didn't.
The fireball ladder was
you had the fireball ladder. Seth's got the briefcase. You could see the logo for Cash App, and then you see all the fucking sponsorships as it was happening. Like mid screenshot, you see like 20 fucking sponsorship pieces. I'm like, fuck me. But the other side of that, every single one of those sponsorships is going to pay off tenfold because it's on every fucking social media piece.
Yep.
But there's one thing I'm going to say now. I don't ever want to hear, oh, fuck you. Why are you pirating WWE shows anymore? Fuck you. Fuck all of you. I got so much ad space, I might as well have gotten that show for fucking free.
So, I will say.
The match was fine.
The match was great. It was fine. Going back to the ad thing, the one thing that I do hate about WWE shows, well, this one was a 3.5-hour show. Yes, it was 5 matches. Didn't really need the match after this, and I'll talk about it. But I understand why they did it. But the time between matches is like fucking 10, 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. Just full of fucking ads. The sponsorships on the logo, on the ring, don't care. The sponsorships on the boards, don't fucking care. The 10-minute worth of fucking ads
in between the matches,
get them out. That needs to go. Like, that I fucking hate.
I actually have that in my notes. I actually have it where it's too many commercial spots in between matches.
And 50% of them are just wrestler profiles that aren't on the show.
Right.
So sometimes I don't watch, and I rewatched this today, and it went from being like a 3-hour and 30-minute show to a 2-hour and 50-minute show on Peacock afterward. They cut out 40 minutes off the Peacock thing.
Mm-hmm.
All the promos are gone.
All the promos,
yeah.
So there's sometimes I don't even want to watch this show live. It cuts out
a lot.
It cuts out 40 fucking minutes. So
that was the whole point of remember back in the day. Oh my god! Back in the day when they put it Raw on Hulu, and
Yeah,
and the
90
Hulu
minutes.
versions would be like 90 minutes,
Mhm.
and you wouldn't miss anything.
No.
You really didn't miss anything. And
Uh,
it feels like that here.
Okay.
I gave it 4.25 as well. The almost botch with the Perez Ripley with the Hurricane Rana into the ladder, but that could have been a little cleaner. I mean, you could be a little bit nitpicking there, but all the ladies looked amazing in this match to me. The Devil's Kiss on the ladder to Rhea, the double code reds, and I think like I said to Fatman, I think I said in our group that I think that I said that Naomi was going to win this.
I don't remember what you said. I honestly don't.
Because you guys all thought it was going to be Julia or Vaquer. I said, I think if I remember correctly, I think I said I'm going to go with Naomi here. It's good that she won it. It's going to be interesting what they do with her, which title she's going to go for. But does that mean we're going to see a Bianca or
No.
a
Something tells me Jade's
Jade's
winning Queen in the Ring, winning at SummerSlam, Naomi's cashing in. Like that's what I see happening.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know if it was going to be either or, but it's going to be one of them. I said Bianca, but
I don't think Belair's even in the Queen of the Ring.
No, she's not. So it's going to be Jade, and then I was going to say Bianca, but isn't Bianca hurt as well with a finger injury or something?
I think so.
But I was going to say Bianca, and I was going to say, well, of course, then you have Jade. The whole backstory with that. So no, I mean, Vaquer looked great. Perez looked amazing. I mean, everybody looked phenomenal in that match. Just a little rough in the beginning, but at the end, boy. Oh.
Sleazy, what'd you rate it?
I gave it 3.75. I don't think I actually said that.
No, you didn't.
No, you just went on a fucking rampage about the ads and
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Didn't even talk about the fucking match.
Yeah, the match was good. It was a good match. I liked it. There are tons of one-on-one spots.
Mm-hmm.
The ladder sandwich spot looked bad though.
Yeah, Roxanne kind of messed that up a little bit.
Oh well, shit happens.
But it was more like, was it me or was it? Well, they mentioned it on the broadcast too. But is it me that was more like you saw the old school versus new school? You know, you had like Vaquer and Rhea. You had Roxy and Alexa Bliss and stuff like that. So I thought it was like I said, I thought it was a really good match.
I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was a great match. I said Imon Spells Backwards was literally the last person I thought was going to win this match. There were some spots that took way too long to set up. Looking at you, Julia, where something happened and then everybody was literally down. So instead of climbing on the ladder, she just was like,
because he had put up the spot.
You have the erector set up, so she just slowly takes it down, slowly walks to the outer corner, slowly takes it down, slowly moves the ladder into place, slowly looks up, slowly starts climbing,
slowly rotated the ladder.
Yeah, I'm just like, what are you fucking doing? I literally timed it 2 minutes. It was 2 minutes of her just doing that with all the other wrestlers going, what the fuck are you doing? 2 minutes.
I actually wondered if it was intentional because she was waiting for somebody to come in and they didn't.
They missed their spot. Yeah.
Maybe, but it just was.
Oh, it was drudgery.
That was just like, what are you doing here? But no, I thought it was still a great match.
Yeah. Surprise!
Intercontinental title. Dominic Mysterio defends against Octagon Jr. 4 minutes and 55 seconds. Ken gave this an okay match for a house show. So we didn't talk about Worlds Collide. And I think I kind of saved it for here. I think I was the only one of us three to watch it. Well, watch it. I did go down to Chips, which... he was a former panelist on the show. He was the fucking mark. He's moving to Florida. I paid him a visit one last time, but so we had it on the background. We were talking, and it was a good show? Question mark. Yo Doggers like tag team matches.
Yeah,
I do.
It was just the trios match to start the show was good. The tag team women's match was not good. I think because Vicaria was also in Money in the Bank, they kind of had to just protect her a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But let's skip to the main event. Chad Gable did not have that mindset at all. He went fucking balls.
Well,
to the
he was
wall.
only working one time. To be fair,
I'm sorry. He was only work. Yep, I'm sorry. I apologize. He was only in one match. My bad. I apologize.
Okay.
So yeah, but and then the 4-way match for the NXT North American title was fine. It was a WWE produced AAA show. It was AAA off Timo.
I mean,
Timo, whatever the fuck.
Timo.
Wish, cool, whatever.
You got there. We got there.
Yeah. All right. So as far as the Intercontinental title match, 2 stars, too short to be anything. Well, anyway, this match was made on that show because Dominic Mysterio is the greatest luchador ever. AAA stars like, no, you're not, and then he challenged Josh Scott Jr. for the Intercontinental title, and this was a 5-minute nothing fest where Dominic basically squashed him. So,
Yeah.
I mean, 2 stars. I think I'm overrating it. Nothing really noteworthy here at all. It didn't. So I don't know what to say. This definitely did not need to be on the show, but I understand why they wanted to put a AAA star on Money in the Bank. So I get the politics behind it, just didn't need to be here.
No, you're right. It could have been a Raw show. It could have been a Raw match.
Well, you got somebody to get a rub in WWE.
Yeah, on a premium line of that literally was in a building that was right next to the building you just had AAA and so or Worlds Collide, and so logistically it made sense. So, but yeah, what do you guys think?
I didn't rate it.
You didn't rate it?
I gave it a 2 stars. I'm like, the filler match, due to what happened at Worlds Collide, didn't really need to be here. 2 stars.
If I was going to rate it, it's 2.5. It was an okay match for a house show, but it didn't. I didn't really need to rate it because it was literally just a throwaway match.
Yeah, literally, Dominic Mysterio was he squashed him.
Yeah.
I
think in my note, yeah. Fun little match, nothing too detailed. Got to bury that AAA talent, bro.
Yep. Definitely do. Oh, Heavy G wants to get off this show quick.
No, I just did it. I just did it to get it ready.
Sent me the link already for the sports podcast. Well, I got to pee in between these shows here, but anyway,
that's fine. I just
last chance match for the women's Intercontinental title. If Becky won, she gets her hand raised by Lyra, and if Lyra won, Becky can't challenge for the Intercontinental title while Lyra was still champion. Cool steps, bro. 15 minutes and 20 seconds. Ken gave this 3.5. Sleazy, the women's wrestling enthusiast.
It was fine.
3 stars.
Yeah, 3 stars. My problem is that the steps on the match made it obvious that it was going to go one way, which was Becky winning.
And the whole build-up was, Becky, you've never beaten me. Ever. Never, ever, ever beaten me.
What?
So you know who's going to win that.
Right? They
pushed it so fucking much. Even the graphic said 2-0 against Becky Lynch. You knew who was winning this match.
Yeah, and I have a problem based upon that, but also I also don't believe that the stip was justified here either. Like if I don't beat you, I'm not going to get the challenge again. Really? Here? This is the big.
Oh, well, she
moment?
held the belt.
You know,
Shake, toss.
yeah, it's kind of it's a stupid stip anyway, unless you're an idiot and you do it in AEW for the world championship, even though you're probably one of the biggest stars of the entire company, and now get pigeonholed into at best making a secondary championship look good. You know, oh wait.
But she definitely didn't make the secondary championship look good. Anyway, so I not as good as their Backlash match.
100% agree.
Everyone knows that she was going to. Yeah, 100% agree. Everyone knew she was going to win. I still liked it. I gave it 3.5 stars. I wish Ryan was here because there was one spot in this match I fucking hated so much.
But I think I know what you're going to tell me about it.
What do you think it was?
The one I didn't like was the Nightwing to the outside, and then they both run in.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
You hit your finishers on the fucking outside. You're teasing a double count out instead of slowly making your way up and in. At 9, they both randomly get up, get in the ring, and then die again. I literally threw my hands up like that was the dumbest spot of the fucking night.
Yeah. And then,
like, if I'm on an indie show, I'm not telling any wrestlers to do that. That's fucking stupid. After Becky already hit a finisher for one, then she hits a finisher on the outside. Like, no, she hit a finisher off the fucking top rope.
Yeah.
And then you do that spot.
Yeah.
So fucking stupid. It was dumb. So fucking stupid.
I knew that. I knew you were going to say that. I
flipped shit. Like, I was yelling in Chip's house. And people was like, dude, calm down. I'm like, no, I will not come down. That was stupid.
I have that as...
And I was the sober one.
That's why I have the rating of a 3, and I have it right here. Dumb spot.
Would you give it a 3?
I gave it a 3. The dumb spot that basically, to me, ruined an otherwise decent match.
I thought their first match was better.
Oh, I thought their first match was better too.
Yeah.
Yep, I did.
A lot of people loved this match though.
It was a good match. It just the stip was stupid. That spot was stupid. Like they didn't earn the stip, like Sleazy said.
I like the belly to back after she strapped the title on her too. That was pretty good. And we were talking about how you get the finisher from the apron to the floor, and then you quick run back up and you get in the ring at 9. Can I just say I loved the way Rhea Ripley sold her getting the devil's kiss. She just had there, she just like turned and just slowly like, oh man, boom.
Yay, people selling moves. Yay.
Yes.
Hey, how dare you?
How dare you? Yeah.
All right. Men's Money in the Bank ladder match.
Okay, I hate to do this because I think it was funny. But showing Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian in the crowd, just randomly with a kid sitting there, I'm just like, 2 things went across my mind. Number 1, holy shit, that's Travis Barker, because I apparently haven't seen Travis Barker in a long time. And number 2, I didn't realize he was married to Kourtney Kardashian.
I didn't realize it either.
No. Oh, we have a star in the house.
Like, holy shit.
Well, here's the thing. If you looked about 2 rows back on the right, Topanga was there.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes. She's a huge wrestling fan. I'm like, that's the hot one.
Yeah.
Fuck these Kardashians. Give me Topanga.
Yes.
So, anyway, men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Andrade versus El Grande Americano versus L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Versus Octagon Jr.'s distant cousin Penta.
Where's Hexagon Jr. in all of this?
Thank you! I said the same fucking thing!
Septagon, where are you?
I said, wait a minute. So if Octagon Jr. and Pentagon Jr. have a baby, what is it?
Oh God, it's
What's 13? Triska Decagon?
it might be, yeah.
Versus Seth Rollins versus Solo Sikoa. 33 minutes and 35 seconds. Ken gave this the deets. 3 3/4. I'll start. I 4 stars, same as the women's match. Expected the interference. Didn't expect like 15 minutes worth of interference, but cool. Them setting up that ladder on the outside for that to be the payoff was a choice. It was a choice.
Right?
I didn't expect Fatu to turn on Solo here.
Oh, I did.
Can I touch on that one a little bit really quickly?
Yeah.
I love the change in character for Solo Sikoa. The reason why I like it so much is because it takes him out of the I was the murder henchman
Yeah.
a lot more, having him have this almost
Dickish.
comedic role of like boss, but doesn't have any things anymore because he's literally surrounded by fucking murder hornets.
Yeah.
You know, JC Mateo, Solo Sikoa, every single fucking goddamn Samoan that the Gorillas of Destiny coming in. It's just he didn't need to be that anymore, and I'm glad that they pivoted it for it.
Did you notice something different about Solo? I couldn't believe I caught this. When he went to do the Samoan spike, his hand wasn't taped.
Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting.
I saw him do the spike, and I'm like, I'm used to seeing this big white thumb coming out for this, and it was like it was him. I'm like,
well, he didn't hit it, so therefore he needs to keep it wrapped.
Well, yeah. Obviously,
but yeah, I didn't expect it to happen here because I knew Breaker and Bronson were going to come down. I thought this was where Punk was going to show up, and then they were going to do like a split on SmackDown. But no, I'm actually that I liked the Fatu part. I mean, the latter payoff was, but I mean, maybe I'm just nitpicking that point. But
I would have loved to see him do the moonsault put him on the ladder, do a moonsault off, onto the ladder, maybe.
Yeah, instead of a Uranagi through it, but
yeah.
I mean, it still the point was made. It was emphasized. So I think it was still a great match. It just way too much interference that kind of took away from the match. Andrade had the worst night of everybody.
I was just going to say that. I was just going to say that.
Jesus Christ.
Right in the dick ski.
Yes. Holy
like straight shit. Right in, too. He just sells it, too. I'm like, oh, God damn it.
Now I'm seeing Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest drinking Wheatley vodka on my TV.
Wheatley, so good I drink it.
But
fuck me.
Anyway, 4 stars. So Rollins winning was the most predictable win.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I kind of figured that CM Punk wasn't going to come out, Rollins is winning that match.
Well, really? Besides Becky Lynch, I think Becky Lynch was the most obvious. Was winning that. Where Becky Lynch was going to win that match.
Winning this match.
This type of match, yeah.
This match. This particular match. Seth Rollins winning this Money in the Bank was the most predictable.
On the entire show?
No, this match.
That's what
I'm saying.
Heavy G's saying.
Oh, on the show. Oh,
the obvious.
I'm talking about this match. Out of the 6 wrestlers, he was the one. But because really the only one Penta LA Knight, those are the only really 2.
No, they weren't.
Those were the only 2 closest ones.
Were they though? Were they even?
I mean, you don't watch the product, so.
But, I mean, Nakamura had a better chance than fucking Pentagon Jr.
Yeah. But did you see LA Knight walk to the ring?
He's not Asian. Penta's not Asian. Say that again.
Did you see LA Knight's walk to the ring? It was just like It almost reminded me of not as emotional, but still has an emotion like when Edge came back to the Rumble. He was just like looking around, like
It feels like he's
it's
happy to be
L.A.
here.
Yeah, yeah. It was wild.
You got a great pop.
Yeah, it was a great pop. There are a lot of great pops on this show.
Yeah,
But we'll talk about that one later.
Sleazy, go ahead.
3.5. I didn't like as much as the women's. Mainly for exactly what you guys brought up, the 15,000 minutes of interference. Yo Dog, I didn't want a faction warfare while a Money in the Bank match was going on, and then a turn.
yeah.
It was too much. If they powdered after a couple minutes, that would have been fine in my opinion, but it just took too long.
Right.
I will say they did a good job of Rollins going up to the ladder, then LA Knight coming down, thinking like, oh crap, because I think once the interference happened, people were like, oh, Rollins are going to, the live audience was like, oh, Rollins is going to win. And then they did the LA Knight spot. It's like, oh, wait, maybe he won't. And then
And the stomp, and then.
Yeah.
You get the final spot.
Yep.
Oh, shit. I didn't even put my fucking notes for the main event down yet. That's fine.
Yeah, because, ladies and gentlemen, the most house show thing in the history happens after this.
Okay. Anything else to add?
No, we said it all. Can we just say the pop up Samoan drop on Bronson fucking Reed?
That was great.
Holy
that was great.
Shit. I cannot wait for those two. I mean, they're getting two great big men.
In my mind, before the turn, when Jeff Cobb and Fatu came out, I'm thinking War Games. That's what I was thinking between Rollins group and Solo's group.
Oh.
But obviously that's not going to go that way anymore. But
we're almost there, though. I mean,
I know
Rollins has enough. No, Rollins would be one short.
One short. He's too short.
If it's 5-on-5, too short.
Well, I was thinking it was going to be 4-on-4.
Oh,
5-on-5. They can
because you've got Solo, JC Mateo, and the Guerrillas of Destiny, and then you have
the Guerrillas of Destiny aren't there. You can put if you think about it, it's going to probably be on the face side. It's going to be Roman, Jay.
You think Roman puts the bloodline back together?
No, I think
Roman, Jimmy, Jay, Zayn,
and Jacob, and then you have Rollins faction plus Solo and JC Mateo.
I don't think Jacob would be. I mean, he'll probably do a one-off, but he don't need a group.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
So
neither does Roman, but
I'm before we actually talk about the main event. Did you guys see the promo for the Fanatics thing?
Yes.
Okay. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Because obviously this is happening at the Javits Center, a couple hours up the road from me in New York City, in probably one of my favorite areas in Hudson Yards, honestly. But basically it's like this weird physical combine featuring WWE superstars and other people and athletes.
Basically like it. You took me to the Harbor Yards a couple of times, but it to me it just sounds like a massive convention with sports stars, and they just sell Fanatic stuff. I think they did that last year, didn't they?
They might have. They claimed that this was supposed to be a competition.
I don't know what it is.
So
I just saw it on NXT, but I can't tell you what. I thought, to me, again, I wasn't paying close attention tonight or during the pay-per-view, but to me, it seemed more like it sounded like a convention with wrestlers and sports people, and you just meet and greet them.
He takes you to the Harbor.
Maybe I'm
ECW.
Maybe I'm wrong. But
well, I'm not saying that isn't also happening, but it felt like that they were doing this separate thing where they're doing like this weird combine thing.
Oh, maybe they are. They might be.
And in my opinion, and maybe this is just me being the asshole here, but that feels. I'm going to bring up brawl for all, but it isn't that bad. But it just seems like a great way to expose your own fucking workers against pro athletes. Like,
oh,
you know what I mean?
You're saying that they're not athletes?
I'm not. I'm saying in comparison to the caliber of athlete that they're bringing in, yeah, they're not athletes. Like, we're talking Olympic level people here.
That WWE's bringing in?
Yeah, with Fanatics is bringing in.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
That's what I mean.
Wait a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. What are you talking about? WWE has the NIL deals going on. They literally are athletes.
Yeah.
They just
I'm not saying they're not athletes.
They just signed the sons of Mark Henry, Titus O'Neil, and Scott Steiner to NIL deals.
Yeah, but they're putting up against Cody Rhodes and a bunch of other, top stars that, yeah, okay, cool. But it makes me wary that what you're potentially.
So you think Tom Brady's a better athlete than Braun Breaker?
I'm stating,
not at all.
Yeah,
not at all.
No. But there are a lot
Alex Rodriguez, better athlete in his prime than Braun Breaker?
Nope.
No, because they're very different skills.
But athletic-wise?
No.
Athletic-wise, no.
Braun Breaker.
I would say prime Bo Jackson.
No, wait a minute. Who's going to go up against the prime Bo Jackson?
Prime Bo Jackson will fuck everyone up.
Exactly.
Prime Bo Jackson, maybe Dion. Maybe
no,
Dion.
Bo Jackson.
There you go. But there's another.
Here's the thing. Dion, yes, he played two sports, but he played corner and wide receiver. Bo Jackson played running back and outfielder. Well, I mean, Dion played outfield. Yeah. But
I'm way out of my
skinny little bitch. Dion's a skinny little bitch. Bo Jackson will fuck him up. Anyway, yo, dog, I heard you like tag team matches.
Love them.
Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul. 23 minutes and 45 seconds. Kent gave this 3 1/4. Ryan, you're the tag team wrestling enthusiast.
I loved it. I loved it, really. I loved it. I thought the first half was slow, deliberate. I think maybe he needed Rhodes to get maybe his footing back since it was his first match since he lost.
So I have actually something to say about that.
Go ahead.
So I think they did it that way because Jey was so spent working all the time as world champion that it built into that story. That's why Gunther beat him. I think they did that intentionally.
I think the
but also true. Rhodes says it wrestled in a month and a half.
But he did the Stardust cartwheel.
Well, so did Logan Paul, which the camera missed, by the way.
Yeah. I don't like the drone footage. Yeah, the superplex with the drone. But a lot of those times, does it mean or were some of the drone shots great and some of the drone shots were blurry?
Mr.
They were Chris. Oh, Mr. Iguana. That Mexican Santino. The only best part about that match was R-Truth coming back. To me, I gave it 3 stars.
So I didn't even write down my notes, but I'm gonna say it. It was an okay match for a house show. The first part was slow, deliberately, because I kind of think we're kind of both right there. Mm-hmm. Built in the Jey Uso story and built into Cody Rhodes, ring rust, even though he's gone for a month and a half. I mean, ring rust is real, but I don't think he had that big of a ring rust. He picked up near the end. I didn't mind the drone spot. I think they're fun. It's unique, especially for Logan Paul. So to me, it kind of makes sense for him to do these drone spots every once in a while.
Mhm.
But the match itself, I mean, Cody gets a win over Cena where Cena doesn't lose the title. So Cody got his win back. R-Truth comes back to further that story, which went nowhere on Raw. But again, they can build it up. It's fine. You protected Logan Paul. I thought he was the one going to be taking the pin here. And Jey Uso was Jey Uso. So, I mean, every story that WWE wanted to tell, they told. So it served its purpose. Just wasn't very. It was an okay match for our show.
It wasn't very oozy.
No. All right, Sleazy.
Oh my goodness.
There we go.
I gave it 3 stars. And the only reason why I gave it 3 stars over an okay match for a house show, because it was an okay main event for a house show. No, I think Fatman's 100% spot on. They told the right stories. They got through it. The whole R-Truth thing was a great moment there. I still can't believe I'm going to say this. The start of the night was Logan Paul out of the 4 of them. That people are going to talk about that suplex spot for a long time because it was absolutely unique. I hate the fact that it's him doing it, and I love the spot so fucking much.
Well, we also forget that he also got frog splash too.
Yeah,
splash too.
It was a double move, and I have the uniqueness, the freshness of it. It's so different, and sometimes in professional wrestling, you need something that's so different that sets you apart. That is it in spades, guys. Come on.
Well, I agree. I agree with it 100%.
There's nothing better than that. And I have this feeling that as much as I hate Logan Paul as a person, this is the kind of stuff that puts you on the map permanently in WWE, is unique spots and unique thinking about what is the next thing you can do with this. First, it was, okay, we're just going to fly the drone around. Oh, this time we're going to take the drone and go with somebody into the table. And now we're doing full spots with the drones. It's a progression of this because he's got a mindset of, okay, how can we make this better? How can we make this cooler? How can we do something different in this match? And in a match with Cody Rhodes, John Cena, a returning R-Truth, and Jey Uso, fucking Logan Paul is my star of the match.
Yeah. You have R-Truth, like you said. You have Cody Rhodes, a former world champion. You have your 2 current world champions in that match, and like you said, Logan Paul was the star.
So actually, you actually kind of hit it. Cody Rhodes won 2 straight Royal Rumbles. Was the WWE champion for a year. The 2 current world champions, and then Logan Paul, who should have been the star of that match. It should have been Logan Paul. And that they succeeded in doing that.
Yep.
I still love his new finisher.
The pole.
Yeah, I do. I love that.
Oh my gosh, it's
great.
So good.
I will say it looks creative movie, but it still looks amazing. That being said, the post-match promo couldn't have been more house show. How you doing out there, guys? Do you like that match? Yeah, I like that match. That was a great match. There's my best friend Jey Uso over there. He's so oozy. He could call it a night. But I just want to thank you for being who you are and what you're doing. Coming out for the show tonight. Thank you. Have a good night. That is the most house showy fucking promo I've heard in the fucking. God damn it, guys! What the fuck? And then they go off the air after that. You fucks.
Hey, it's the way to end the night.
Gotta send your crowd home happy, I guess.
You got it.
Overall thoughts on the show? Good. It's a good show.
Good show. To me, I think the women's ladder match stole it.
I mean, I like that a little bit better, like a little bit better than the men's. I give the same rating, but if I had to pick one, it would be the women's.
Just a little bit more dirty dom match, shake toss. Lyra's match was good, but that one spot that we talked about, and then so I'd say out of 10, I'd give it a 6.5.
I give it a 4.5 out of 10. I think it was a relatively forgettable show, honestly, despite the fact that there was good matches on here. It felt like we talk about this being like one of the big 5 shows. It didn't feel like it, in my opinion.
Okay.
Actually, we're done. We're not doing news and rumors, so
we already did
them. Heavy G, put yourself over.
You can catch me in the Hall of Famer Fatman on the Best Darn Sports Show period 2 coming up in a couple minutes time. We're going to talk about NBA playoffs, the best playoffs in the world, which are Fatman.
Hockey? Oh, hockey.
And we're going to talk about this phenomenon about successful coaches getting fired. It happened again it happened in both the National Hockey League and the NBA over the past week from our show. And Fatman are just shaking heads. We're going to delve into that a little bit more coming up on the Best Darn Sports Show period 2, again, in about 5 minutes time.
And of course, we have to do the new segment of the show. The non-sports person gives a trivia question to the sports people. Which NHL team won the Stanley Cup in 1994, ending a 54-year championship?
Rangers.
The New York Rangers.
There you go.
Easy.
I had to go.
One of the best game 7s. Best game 7 against the Canucks, and the best game 7 in the conference finals
against the Devils.
With the Rangers against the Devils.
Nice.
Mato.
I'm at TW Sleazy.
TWS Fatman is back.
Motherfucker's back on X. But we are SleazyFatman on X, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, TikTok. Please go on over there, follow us there. Find our videos at twitch.tv/SleazyFatman, youtube.com/SleazyFatman, and the premium content on onlyfans.com/wrestling-show. Like and subscribe on your favorite platform and click that notification icon on YouTube. You don't know when we're going to go live next for an After Dark. That's how you find out. Explore more content of the wrestling show, including articles, merch, so much more. Like I said before, we have our new merch store open. Check it out. Bunch of cool stuff in there. So with the thanks to, first of all, fuck Ryan, who didn't show up on the show. A thank you to the billiard tiebreaker loser, Grand Puma, Father Heavy Julius Beefcake III, Esquire, D. M.
G.
And as always, for Sleazy,
for the Fatman,
this is Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace.
Fuck Dave Meltzer. I mean, come on. I mean, obviously, fuck Dave Meltzer. Fuck Tony Khan and his coke habit. He likes the way it smells. What? A hot dog's not a sandwich. A sub is a sandwich. A sub is not a sandwich. A burger is a sandwich. Burritos and tacos are not sandwiches. They are not a sandwich. You fat fuck. And next week, just fucking go.
We just
you won't see me next week. You'll see me in a few minutes, which may be a little longer than 5 because I think there is a New Jersey calling me right now.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun. I'm the pain of the game. The bloodshed in your name. When there's nothing to gain.